What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chortle Games Live again. My name is Steven, and this is something very different that I have been wanting to try at least for a little while. That's not going to work. That's not the right tool. Sorry, I've got so many different screens right now. Hold on. Give me like 2 minutes, guys. I'm gonna get all my stuff set up. Cool. All right. So this is Guild Wars 2. This is a game I've probably talked about a lot on the channel because it's kind of the MMO that I've played that's kind of resonated the most with me. And since I built a new PC, I figured, why not make Guild Wars 2 a test run for how to do PC games. And it just so happens that Brody is also at work tonight and needs someone to entertain him, so that's why I'm here. But the purpose of this stream is largely to test my rig, to see how it handles streaming games, as well as playing them at the same time, but also twofold, to entertain Brody as well. And you know, I just felt like playing some Guild Wars, so here we are. I'm on my Mesmer. Those of you that saw the title and were like, oh, got him, that's a typo. No, that was not a typo. That was a pun, which, you know, I tend to do those from time to time here. Obviously, for those that do play this game, they know this, but the abbreviation for Mesmer is NES. So, messing around on Mesmer, it's actually messing around on Guild Wars 2. Oh, that's what it was, messing around on Guild Wars 2. See, it's funny. Okay, so I'm not really doing anything particular right now. I'm just kind of walking around. I did want to try to find a Shatterer run, though. Hey, Brody. Starting to wonder if you were going to show. I'm going to try to see if the Shatterer is up. And if he is, I'm going to try to get through to take him out and see. And it feels pretty good, Brody. Not going to lie. Oh, that's a wall. It really does feel like I'm back to form, you know, because all in all, I probably have done more PC gaming than I have console gaming. But it feels good to be back on here. It feels good to be in an MMO again, you know? Like, I've missed it. Alright. Need to get a sword. No, Jimmy is not joining me. He's already in bed. But he and I will be playing tomorrow. Not on stream, but we will be playing. So, Brody, I'm playing the Mesmer right now. The Mesmer is basically an illusionist. They are a cross between a form of rogue and they do some stealth, body deception, they can use caster weapons, certain caster weapons, and certain physical weapons. For example, a great sword is one of their weapons, but they use it as a conduit to fire one projectile. So the way I'm building my Mesmer, they actually changed the meta for how Mesmers work. Because as you can see, I make clones. That's what these are, right there. I shatter them to deal damage and other effects. They changed the Mesmer in the past few years since I've played. Oh my gosh. To make it to where Phantasms specifically, which are basically illusions that you can tell the real me. But the positive side to them is that they do a lot of damage. Basically, what I used to do is I would play this Mesmer as a character who would just summon Phantasms constantly. Because I could have 3 out at a time. That's my illusion bar. I could have 3 illusions or Phantasms out at a time. So I would look at the boss and I would summon 3 Phantasms, and they were usually this one right here, the Phantasmal Duelist, which is a dual pistol wielding illusion that just fires a volley of bullets. So I used to spawn 3 of those on bosses, and use 3 Phantasms of some kind to do a boss alive. So I was basically doing multiple threats. But the advantage to it also is that Phantasms granted boons to me and allies nearby whenever they were active. So they were basically not only clones that helped me deal damage, but they were also granting like increased crit chance and health regen passively just for existing. So it was like a light support build, but mainly it was a multitasking damage build. But they changed it to where now Phantasms, and I'm going to show you this as soon as I get another enemy. Okay, one of those. I'm going to summon my duelist. There he is. See, he fired and then he shattered. But I have a trait that makes them twice. So now Phantasms are a one-hit thing. They basically do one hit. They turn into a regular clone. Cool. Good to know. How about that? How's that? Is that better on game audio? That's why we do these streams. Because I need to know where the audio is at. Cool, that event's done. I may just need to talk up, honestly. Just talk up, speak up, whatever. How's that, Brody? I need to get over there. Blaze Ridge Steps. That's where I need to be. Okay. Basically, what I was saying was this Mesmer's. Yes, they added mounts in this game with Path of Fire, which is the expansion that goes to the Crystal Desert. And here, let me show you the scope that I was talking about, Brody. To how big this game is. All right, so this is me. That's where I am. That is the distance that I just traveled between when I got on my mount. That's the whole map. That is the whole map, right there. Where am I? I see I already lost where I was. Heck, where am I? Oh, there I am. So I'm here in Ascalon, northern Ascalon. We're going to zoom out a little bit more. This is just Ascalon, and with a little bit of this too. Yeah, all of this brownish area is the Char kind of area, which is one of the races. But there's stuff for every race to do in every single area. This purple line right here, we're actually headed there. That is called the brand, I believe. The dragon brand. it's been a while. My Guild Wars lore is rusty. Which basically a dragon known as the Shatterer, I think that's Crockett Oryx, basically flew over this area and branded in a straight line, well, kind of straight line, that purple. And the area is basically like scorched earth, like it's almost uninhabitable. There's the Maguma Wastes and Jungle to the west. That's where most of the first expansion takes place, where you get gliders and stuff. That's the human starting area right there. Divinity's Reach. I spent a lot of time there. Hey, Luke. That's the Ruins of Ur, which is where I once led an assault of like 30 players on a temple that was totally unplanned. It just kind of happened, and it was amazing. Yeah, this game gets a lot of updates. Like, it's not that old. It's I think a 7-year-old game, but when you consider that World of Warcraft has as much content as it does, and still gets content. I mean, Guild Wars is a serious contender in the MMO genre. Let's see, what else? This down here from that Crystal Desert line right there, south, that was all added in the Path of Fire expansion. And they announced today that if you buy Path of Fire, you get Heart of Thorns for free. Luke, we already played Ultimate Alliance. This is me just doing a solo stream to entertain Brody a little bit. This is Guild Wars 2. Alright, we're about to enter the brand. You can already tell. Hold on, I'm going to turn down the volume. I'm going to actually turn down the volume through OBS some. I'm going to do that. Alright. How's that? Is that better? I just want to make sure that is this our first PC stream? This should have been more of a fanfare then. Cool. So basically what I was saying about the character earlier is that he used to create high damage support, high damage somewhat support clones, and just leave them there, but they changed it to where those clones now do this, where they spawn in, they do a move, and then they shatter. So Phantasms, which were the bread and butter of my former build, now are something to be disposed of. So I had to change my build. Yeah, let's just call this a test stream. But I had to change my build accordingly so that I could still use Phantasms frequently, but not have to rely on solely them. So I am using the Chronomancer specialization now, which I'll get to that. For anyone who is tuning into this, either live or after the fact, I haven't played this game in like 4 years. I mean, I've played it a little bit this week, but it's been a while since I played my Mesmer. Yeah, this is a custom-made PC. That dragon up there, that's who I'm looking for. Yeah, it is Crockett Oryx, that's right. I need some better harvesting materials, or harvesting tools. So, specializations, this is what that is. You have 3 trait lines that make your character, pretty much. There are, without the expansions, 5 to choose from. Each expansion adds an additional specialization. So this could be something like It's one of them. There are several Elder Dragons in this game, Luke. Crockett Oryx is the most recent one, and I think in the game story, I think he was recently dealt with. The next one that they announced today, we've already fought Jormag, kind of, in a world event, but Jormag is the Ice Elder Dragon to the north, and that's where the game is going next. So that could be cool. But Specializations could be like dueling is one of the ones I use, which has to do with swords and pistols and dealing high crit. And then there's illusions, which has to do with summoning illusions. And then there are what are called elite specializations, which those add a new weapon proficiency, like I can use shields, but they also add new skill types like wells, like that. So Chronomancer is my elite specialization. So even though I am a Mesmer, if you look, my icon is the Chronomancer icon. So when people see me, they know, oh, this guy's a Mesmer, but he's also a Chronomancer. So they know already a little bit of what I'm capable of. This game released in 2012, actually. And believe me, when it came out, the graphics were great. So I run Chronomancer as my elite specialization, and that basically means that I can manipulate time, but also I can tamper with cooldowns. So I actually am able to increase the rate at which I get my abilities back. And I've also got this ability in my trait lines called Phantasma, I believe, that allows my phantasms, when they do their thing, instead of turning into a regular clone, they just do it again. Like so, watch. He fires his barrage, disappears, and now he's back, he does it again. That's a Chronomancer thing. So basically the build I'm going for, like the current gist, is I make a lot of clones and then I shatter them to get alacrity, which increases my cooldown rate, so I can get phantasms back faster. I know, Luke. I know. Believe me, like, I'm not overly defensive of this game. Believe it or not, I hated this game for a really long time. Like up until I started trying it again this week, I kind of hated the game because I really just disliked the direction they took a lot of the story. But ultimately, the gameplay, in my opinion, like just the class building, is absolutely nuts. Like, you can do so much stuff with it. Like, I could be a support Mesmer, and like a healing Mesmer too. Like wells, for example, I can make it to where they heal allies, so I can just have a bunch of wells and then drop those to be a off healer. Elementalist is a good example, because the Elementalist, when you think of, in most MMOs, the mage class, you think high damage, long spellcast, basically. In this game, the Elementalist is not defined by its role, but rather the elements themselves. So if you want to be a tanking Elementalist, you're probably going to be an Earth Mage. If you want to be a healing Elementalist, you'll be a Water Mage. Condition Elementalist, Fire Mage, so on and so on. But those aren't the only things you can do with those elements. So this game is less concerned about the end result and is more concerned about the road that gets you there. And I love that. Is there really no stream delay? That's surprising. So the Mesmer can shatter their illusions, which is why they disappear like that. Like, I'm going to go and shatter that one. Boom. And whenever I shatter it, that's when I get alacrity. Alright. I need to get further south. Wait. Holy crap, this is actually it. This is... This is Crockett Oryx stage. So like, if I look up here, at least when I played the game before, you can see the shadow of Crockett Oryx flying over us. Maybe not. They may have killed him recently. Alright, let's test it. Say 1, 2, 3 go, and I'll put something in chat we can see. 1, 2, 3 go. There you go. Put it in chat. It was about 15 seconds, based on my count. I think that's actually a player. Yeah, that's a player flying a dragon. Jake, I'm gonna probably get you to watch this, so be my. There he is. Oh, shoot! Oh my god. He's coming in for a pass. That's Crockett Oryx, gentlemen. Oh man, that's awesome. I really need to change my Mesmer's look. I'm not a fan of this. So ideally, by the end of this stream, I'm going to have fought that dragon with anyone else who is here. That's really cool. I'm glad this seems to be running smoothly so far. I was worried, honestly. Like I'm surprised that the Switch stream did as well as it did. I'm gonna cast a mantra. Oh, here's another cool thing that I can do. All right. Alright, so I'm going to open up a rift in time. Then I'm going to use my ult, which has a 90-second cooldown. Then that continuum rift ends, and I revert back to the version of myself from before when I opened the rift. So it's a way to bounce back cooldowns and health bars and whatnot. I mean, I would love to get this game going enough to where I can stream this game regularly, and by that I mean obviously getting other people into it, but I know that's not the simplest task to do. I would be willing to try WoW Classic, but I don't have a subscription, nor do I really want one. That's interesting, Luke. I hope I'm not burning your data. Oh, by the way, I need to timestamp when Crockett Oryx flew over so that I can show Jake tomorrow. There he is again. Oh my gosh. I love this sword. That's a cool looking sword. I really like the way that Mesmer uses it, because they use it as like a conduit for chaotic energy. Yeah, Jake for the longest time thought that Outlands and Outer Worlds were the same. And the way he would talk about Outer Worlds, I was just like, that's not this game at all. And Shatter. That's pretty nice. I've got a 5-second cooldown on Rewinder. Actually, it's probably a 2.15 cooldown because of all the alacrity. Is WoW Classic free to play? That's not what I've been hearing. Guild Wars 2 is free to play. No subscription whatsoever. You don't have to purchase the base game. You just are encouraged to purchase expansions. There are only 2 of them, and they are pretty reasonably priced, honestly. You could get one from like cdkeys.com for like $15, and if you get one of them, you get both of them now. Just make sure the one you get is Path of Fire. Yeah, WoW has a subscription service. I don't know about WoW Classic. I have such a cluttered inventory. So that's not a bad High Fury and Swiftness. Should probably get the other one though. I'm just thinking out loud, guys. Gosh, that's probably where we're going to end up, honestly, Luke, with how much people are getting monetized for everything. One of these days, we're going to be there. Or at least you're going to be paying a monthly subscription service to play an assortment of games. Like, you know, none of the developers are going to want to play ball pretty soon. So they're all going to make their own service, like, you know, Uplay from Ubisoft, Origin from EA, and pretty soon they're probably not going to even make retail copies. You're just going to have to subscribe to those services to play their games. Come on, climb. Oh, stupid raptor. I really should change out those mantras. I'm telling you, Luke, I don't think that's too far from where we might end up, and I hate it, but it is what it is. Alright, as long as you're here, let's spar. On the freshness scale, the air is a 5 out of 10 today. That means we have to train. What? Wait, that's a... Need help, please. Won't you help me? It's my partner. He's been captured by the Inquest. Okay. So this is a random event that happened. Like, I just happened to walk up when the event was starting, I think. So this girl's with the Order of Whispers, which is a long-existing society that has been basically manipulating or monitoring history for a very long time. Elder Scrolls Online is free to play, but it does have a premium experience you can opt into. I can't remember if I've done this event or not. That's one of my illusions shattering that did not go away. Cool. These freaking bats. I really need my sword back. In fact, you know what? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I need to just bring back Benetti's rapier. See, here's the thing, Luke. I'm not a big Fallout person. I never really have been. It's just not my thing. Got my Benetti's rapier, which I was able to transmog the appearance of Benetti's rapier onto this sword that happens to have the stats that I need. Because, I mean, I'm a duelist. Can't not have a rapier, you know? Where are you taking me, lady? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Inquest Hideout. I don't know. It's probably just because I'm not big into Bethesda. Like, I'm not a huge Elder Scrolls person to begin with. And I don't know why. I acknowledge that Bethesda makes good games, but at the same time, and maybe this is it, they also get away with way too much. Like they have, and I guess Fallout 76 was the first time in a while since a little game called Brink. It was the first time that we've seen that Bethesda can bleed, and I honestly really enjoyed seeing that happen because people, for the longest time, it's kind of the Kojima effect, where Bethesda does anything and everybody eats it up, like even if it's a flaw, like glitches. Everyone makes fun of like games by Ubisoft whenever they have a glitch, but the moment Bethesda makes glitches in their games, everyone's like, oh, it heightens the experience, it's part of the charm. And I don't like that. I don't like it when developers seem to get free rides and they don't really have to answer for mistakes. That's just a personal grudge. I don't think so. The name sounds familiar though. That's another player. What? Oh God, what? What just happened? Oh, that's not what,
Excellent work, Agent. Everything is going according to plan.
Including the part we almost died.
Almost being the operative word.
it wasn't actually her brother, it was just a fellow agent. She used that lie to...
Are you sure you're up to this? You need medical attention.
The mission comes first. You saw what those inquest butchers are doing here.
There's my pet raccoon, his name's Rockper. I call him Rocky, or Rocket.
They must be stopped.
Yes, there is a race called the Asura, and they're very technologically advanced. They look like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I'll point it out when I see another one. And they make golems.
Once I open this door, it could get rough. Our target is well defended.
It's a very high fantasy setting. Oh, I only got bronze for that because this char is too powerful. Awesome. That's an Asura. They're very technologically advanced. Okay, cool.
It's done. Thank you for your assistance. This is where we part ways. Be safe. You may find me among the Sentinels. If so, perhaps we can help one another again.
Am I still live? Guys, are you still there? I'm getting a live stream offline on my end. Is that it for? Is that happening for you guys too? I'm sure it is. So it is down for you guys too? Like you're not seeing any of this gameplay right now? Okay. I guess I'll restart it.